It is the trade deadline episode here in the Pirates franchise. You see where our record stands, and our first big move, really our biggest move that we're going to make, Seth Lugo and Buddy Borden for Corey Knebel and Neftali Feliz from the Brewers, two of the three best players left on this Brewers roster, as they were both having good years for them. I picked them up. Alan Hansen goes down for 2 to 3 months, a big injury right there. He's a huge loss. He was really playing well for us this year, hitting the ball with power at the plate. But it does give us an excuse to call up our first-round pick from last year, Diego Vina, a top 50 prospect who will be making his debut for the Pirates, taking the place of Alan Hansen. And then one more trade I'm looking at here for Glenn Perkins. I see A.J. Schugel offered up. Schugel has really struggled for us this year. We've got tons of pitching depth with the likes of Chad Kuhl, Mitch Keller, etc. So I feel fine doing this deal, and we are going to do this deal, our second and final trade before the deadline. So we bolster the bullpen. We had 3 new guys. We swap out Schugel, Kuhl, and LeBlanc for Perkins, Knebel, and Feliz. And other than that, we pretty much leave the team as is, but the thing is we're starting to suffer some injuries here. Cervelli is now out for the season with a torn Achilles. So Cervelli and Hansen down for long periods of time. That is really going to affect us. I was liking the spot our position players were in before the injuries. Now, not so much. I feel the need to go out and make a trade, so I'm going to trade for the best catcher available, Nick Hundley, who had made it through trade waivers. He was available from the Giants. Of course, he's the backup for Buster Posey now, so not a ton of need to have a 77 overall, 78 overall backup on the Pirates, or on the Giants, but he's going to become our new everyday regular. We're going to keep Brian Pena in that backup role. And we're taking on another good team, second straight episode where we play a good baseball team. This is the Los Angeles Dodgers, who come in with an even better record than the Nationals had last time in the last episode. It's Garrett Cole on the mound against this Dodgers lineup. Let's see how he does. Forsythe not helping him out early, committing an error right there at third base is going to allow the speedy leadoff man Andrew Toles to reach. Now 2 batters later, Corey Seager up. That one gets by the diving glove of the shortstop right there into left field for a base hit. So 2 men on here in the first inning. As the Dodgers look to strike early, it's Jock Peterson, and Peterson going to left field. Polanco on the run. He reaches up but cannot make the play. 1 run scores. Here comes Seager. He is rounding third, heading for home, and he will score. The relay cut off. And it is going to be 2-0 Dodgers early on here. Next batter, Adrian Gonzalez with a man in scoring position. He flies one to right field, but this is going to be playable for the right fielder, Austin Meadows, getting the start out there today. And he does make the play for the third and final out. So, on to the bottom half, Kenta Maeda on the mound for the Dodgers. I'm going to take a quick minute to explain one thing trade-wise. I didn't want to end up moving Granderson. I thought about trading Granderson in the past because we do have kind of a good depth of outfielders, guys who can play that right field spot that I don't really think we need Granderson, but I also think at the same time Granderson probably gives us our best chance when we play him there over Austin Meadows and Josh Bell. So I wanted to keep Granderson. I could have traded him for another reliever, but I made pretty good deals for relievers where I didn't have to give up anything too big. Just some pitching depth in Seth Lugo and A.J. Schugel. I knew that Seth Lugo trade was going to come back and help me when I traded for him from the Mets early in the season, because pitching depth is so valuable, both in the game and in real life, and the game recognizes that value. So they were willing to, you know, trade a couple of pretty good relievers, one a little bit more controllable than the other, Knebel over Feliz, but you know, really just for a guy who might become a back-end starter for the Brewers and Seth Lugo. So that was a good trade for us. Still 2-0 Dodgers here. Top half of the second. Grandal going down looking. Now it's Forsythe. As you saw, we wasted a leadoff triple from Starling Marte right there in the first inning. He got to third with no outs, and then we struck out a couple times and just did not go very well. Forsythe with the base hit, though. He continues to hit very well for me, both in the simulation and in the videos. He's not hitting quite as well as he was at the beginning of the year, but he's still slashing something like 270, 370, 480. Kind of Eugenio Suarez-esque, and still just putting up really good numbers in game too. When I use him, I seem to hit really well with him. So that would be ruled a double for Meadows. It's Diego Vina up now. Ground ball deep in the hole at third. Run is going to score, but Vina is out at first. The runner does move up to third, so a runner on third with 2 outs now for Garrett Cole. He is going to fly this one towards shallow right field, and that is going to be played by Puig in time for the third out. So we head to the top half of the third now. Toles up with 1 man out in a full count. He is going to go down. Beautiful changeup on the inner half by Garrett Cole. Gets Toles looking. Now later in the inning, Peterson has already done some damage today. He goes down on the changeup. So another strikeout for Cole on the changeup. On to the top half of the fourth. This is going to be back-to-back walks to start out the inning as Grandal reaches. So now 2 men on with 2 outs for Yasiel Puig, first and third. This ball grounded, tough play for Cole off the mound. Puig pretty fast, but he is thrown out at first. A nice play by Garrett Cole to make the play off the mound and keep it a 1-run game. So now 2-1 for Forsythe. He goes to deep left field. This ball is back. and it is off the wall, misplayed by the left fielder Toles, as Forsythe has got himself his second hit of the day as he strides into second base with a double. Now Austin Meadows is the next batter up with 1 out. He swings and misses at the filthy changeup from Maeda. 2 down now in the inning for Nick Hundley, as he will be the next batter. 0-2 is the count, and he is just looking at that low fastball, clipping the bottom of the zone right there for the third and final out. Top half of the fifth now, man on with no one out for Corey Seager, who strikes out on the filthy sinker from Garrett Cole. That one dipping below out of the zone right there, causing Seager to chase. But now it's Turner up. He's going to hit one to left field for a base hit. Runner heading for third. Polanco's throw is going to go to third. It's not going to be in time. Turner advancing to second. So second and third for Peterson with 1 out. And Peterson going to deep center field right here. Marte back on it. He will make the play, but that's going to be plenty deep enough to score the runner from third, as it's now a 3-1 ball game. Dodgers on top. Gonzalez up next. Still a runner on second with 2 outs. He's going to bloop one towards center. Falling fast. Marte on the run. He can't get there. Turner around third. He's headed for home, and he will score. It's a bloop RBI base hit for Adrian Gonzalez, and it's 4-1 Dodgers. Grandal up next. He pops this one up. Behind home plate, Hundley is there, and Hundley will make the play. So now on to the bottom half of the fifth. Granderson pinch hitting for Garrett Cole. He is going to go down on the circle change, as we are going to skip ahead now. Still bottom 5. Marte up next. He's got 2 strikes on him, and he goes down on the sinker, or this was a changeup, excuse me, as that one sort of ran in on Marte. Bottom 6 now, 2 outs for Forsythe. He's going to work the walk on the sinker that misses, so 2 on with 2 out for the next batter. A chance for the Pirates right here. Meadows up in a big spot. Full count. Runners on the move, and Meadows grounds this one softly to the first baseman Gonzalez, who will run it to first base in time. So on to the top half of the 7th we go. This is Corey Knebel up, making his first appearance in video for the Pirates. He actually pitched a scoreless 6th as well, pitching the 7th here. Pitch count running up into the mid-20s right now. He misses right there with that fastball to walk Peterson. So that's going to do it for Knebel. A pair of runners on for Feliz, who would come in now with 1 man out, facing a couple lefties. It's going to be Gonzalez up first, 2-2 count. He goes down on the changeup. Very, very nice pitch from Neftali Feliz. Now he's got to deal with another left-handed batter, Grandal. Of course, Grandal is a switch hitter, but batting from the left side, and he chases the high fastball out of the zone right there for the third and final out. So Feliz comes in, gets out of the jam. Bottom 7 we go. Diego Vina on now. He is going to come up with a base hit here to start things off in the bottom half of the 7th. A nice, solid single into left field. Next batter is going to be Josh Bell, who was double switched into the game last inning. He's going to hit one out towards the gap in right center field. That's going to get down and go all the way to the wall. Vina around third, headed for home. The relay is going to go to home, and it's going to not be in time. Vina is safe as Bell moves up to third, and that is going to do it for Maeda. Manager Clint Hurdle. Yes, that is Clint Hurdle, the same Clint Hurdle that managed us to the championship series last year. He's now managing the Dodgers. He brings on Luis Avilan to face Marte, and that was a mistake as Marte takes that one into right field for a base hit. And just like that, it is a 1-run ball game. The Pirates have made it 4-3. We've got some lefties due up in the order now to face the lefty Avilan. Runner going on the pitch. The throwdown is in plenty of time, and Marte is gunned out at second. A big base running mistake by the Pirates right there. 2 down now for Polanco, who is going to ground this one to the first base side. Gonzalez with the diving play, steps on the bag at first. So to the 8th inning we go. Pirates get a pair of runs back. It's 4-3 now. Feliz still in there in the 8th to start things off, facing Kike Hernandez, excuse me, as he will earn the walk. Now the next batter, another full count and another walk. Back-to-back walks to start out the inning here for Neftali Feliz, and we are going to pull him in favor of Will Harris. We're bringing in our closer, our best reliever, in a very high leverage spot. Not necessarily a safe situation, but we need to try and keep the Dodgers off the board this inning and keep it a 1-run game. Puig going down on the curveball. 2 outs now, first and third for Seager. He flies one to left, but this will be playable for Polanco, and he makes the catch for the third out. So Harris getting us out of the jam right there. On to the bottom half of the 8th. Adam Liberatore on for the Dodgers, facing the left-handed part of this lineup for the Pirates. It's Thames up, and he strikes out on the changeup. 1 man down now for Brandon Crawford. Crawford looking for the high fastball. He gets one, and it's at the deep center, off the wall. It looks like it might have one-hopped up off the wall. Either way, Crawford really hit that one well, just missing a home run to the deepest part of the ballpark. He is on second, though, with a double. Now Forsythe a big chance, but Forsythe strikes out. Of all the hits we've been getting with Forsythe, the one spot where we really needed one, he does not come through. Now David Freese pinch hitting here. He is going to fly one towards right, and this is going to be playable for the right fielder Puig. It is caught, and we head to the 9th. Still down by a run, as we will bring on Derek Law now to face Jock Peterson. 3-2 count with 1 out. And Peterson towering this one to center field. That ball is back and gone. A no-doubt home run for the stud center fielder Jock Peterson, making it a 5-3 ball game now, as Peterson, who's done damage all day, I think that might be his 5th RBI of the ball game. He might have all their RBIs. Might not be all 5. I think he has at least 3 though. Now it's Gonzalez up next, and the Dodgers go back-to-back, lefty on lefty. Not lefty on lefty, but lefty and lefty. Peterson and Gonzalez back-to-back as they make it 6-3 now. On to the 9th inning we go. It is Kenley Jansen on for the Dodgers. He strikes out Hundley on the slider right there. Jansen is so filthy. Interesting debate I was having with somebody the other day on who's having the better season, Craig Kimbrell or Kenley Jansen. Very hard to argue. I'm very impressed by the fact that Jansen hasn't even walked a batter yet. He's got like 50 strikeouts, no walks, and only 1 home run allowed. But Kimbrell actually does have the better FIP peripherals. He's just striking out more batters is the thing. He has 59 strikeouts in like 30 innings. Does have 5 walks and has given up the 1 home run, but his FIP is a little bit lower because he's been striking out more batters. So interesting debate. I think I would side with Jansen, but they're both having historic seasons. Honestly, they're both having Cy Young-esque seasons. I think you can make cases for both of them winning the Cy Young, although you've got very worthy candidates as starters too. Chris Sale having an unbelievable year, and guys in the NL like Robbie Ray having very good years too. So that is going to do it. And Max Scherzer. Scherzer probably should get the NL Cy Young, I would say. Up to this point, he has been outstanding. But that is going to do it. Hope you guys enjoy. Thanks for watching, and I'm out. Peace.